Good morning. It is Monday. It is a whole new week. It's a whole new waffle. It is, as always, the same old me. I am on my way to work this morning. I am annoyed because I checked the weather last night and it said it was going to be a 75% chance of rain today, and so I didn't put the washing machine on, and I didn't get up this morning to hang washing out early, which had been plan A. Get the washing machine on overnight, get up in the morning, hang it out. And I've come out and it's a gorgeous day. It's a little bit windy, it's a little bit sunny, it's everything I could possibly have wanted for drying washing on the line. So that's frustrating. Now obviously I'm not going to hope it rains later, but if it doesn't rain later I'm going to be very annoyed that the weather forecast told me it was going to. So yeah, that's Monday morning. We're on our way to work and I have a lot of editing to do tonight, because usually what happens is, for the waffle, I edit the week as I go along. I try and edit each day's footage the next morning as much as possible. I usually get behind a bit, but you know, that's what I try and do. And this week, with being away, I didn't take my laptop away with me because we were going hand luggage only, and it was the size bag that could fit under the seat in front of you. I didn't take my laptop. I got my editing for the week done before I went, and then I haven't done any of my editing for next week. Does that make sense? Which means today is Monday. All of last week's footage needs edited, ready to be shown to you guys on Wednesday. So tonight will definitely be, don't put because I can't have the telly on and edit, because I have to be able to hear myself in the footage to take out all the ums and ahs and what was I saying, and oh god, shut up Teddy, move Darcy, all of that has to be taken out, you see. Otherwise the waffle would be 14 years long every week and it would just be complete dross. I mean, it's complete dross anyway, but at least it's condensed dross. See, here's some more dross for you. I've said dross too many times now. Anyway, I'll see you this evening. I've just got home from work, and it's always reassuring to find that my parcel has been left concealed in a safe place, otherwise known as easily visible from space. So I'm not opening that big one that I just brought in off the step just yet, because it's for a video and there should be another one to go with it somewhere. But I have another smaller parcel which one of the family must have taken in for me, and it's come from Australia, and that's a terrible accent. I think that was Birmingham. Australia. G'day mate, g'day mate. It's come from Australia, I'll just say that in my own voice. Don't know why I try and do accents. I've never successfully done an accent in my life. Right, hang on, let me prop you. Oh, let me find something to prop you on, bear with. You are propped, and that's possibly the worst lighting I could have used. I don't know who it's from. It is addressed to me. There is a card and some other things. Let's open the card first. Let's do manners. Oh, whatever it is, it's got beautiful. Oh, it's from Moira. Absolutely gorgeous writing. It says, "Dear Carla, just a little something as a way of saying thank you for always brightening." Sorry, Molly's chewing a plastic bottle behind me. No, Darcy's chewing a plastic bottle behind me. If you wonder what on earth that racket is. Start again. "Dear Carla, just a little something as a way of saying thank you for always brightening my day with your vlogs. I wish you and your family and friends all the very best. Love, Moira." Instance. Thank you so much, Moira. Oh, look. There is a stunning... now, would that go in the window and the light shine through? Or is it going on a tree? I'm not sure. But look at that kangaroo. And you see what I say? When you look at that kangaroo, if you watched the video Caroline and I made the other day about if you took up taxidermy as a hobby, and she said she think you could stuff a kangaroo because they're quite simple. I don't think they're simple, and B, I wouldn't fancy wrestling that kangaroo with the idea that I was going to stuff him later, because look at the muscles on them. Look at them, they don't mess about. That's gorgeous, thank you. And look at that, that says, oh, Molly's just had a drink and dripped on my foot. Australia tea towel, look at that. It's got kiwi on it and the famous sign with the kangaroos on them. I don't know what that is. Now, this is obviously an Australian dish. Is it a lamington? I've heard of lamingtons. Maybe that's a lamington. And the Sydney Opera House. And kookaburras. Hang on. That's koala bears. Is that a kookaburra? I don't know. What does a kookaburra look like? It's got Bondi Beach and boomerangs on there and emus and fairy bread. I've heard of fairy bread, which is basically, for people in the UK who don't eat fairy bread, it is bread and butter with hundreds of thousands sprinkled on. I'm not sure what the burger represents. Maybe Moira can let us know what the bits are that I'm not identifying. So here are the things I don't know. That looks like it's peanut butter, but I bet it's Vegemite. It'd be Vegemite from Australia, won't it? Maybe that's a Lamington. I can recognise the server when I see one. Is that a gum tree? Kookaburra sits on the old gum tree. Merry, merry king of the bushes. Wah. Maybe it's a gum tree, I don't know. I don't know what that is there. Some kind of bread product, but perhaps it's got a proper Australian name. That's a hot dog. We have those here. But perhaps they're special in... Perhaps they have special ones in Australia. Okay, there's koala there and koala there, just two different. And is that what kind of bird is that? Because I thought that one. There's penguins there. Do they have penguins in Australia? Am I confused? I thought that was a kiwi bird. I don't know. Don't know. Anyway, it's wonderful. Thank you so much, Moira. Let me pick you up and get the light out from behind you. Thank you so much, Moira. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. And a lovely decoration as well, which I'm going to hang up. Hang up somewhere as well. Thank you so much. How lovely to send that all the way from Oz. And I'm sorry about the dodgy accent. Right, I want to get changed and take advantage of what's left of the sunshine and sit in the garden for a bit, because I've missed most of this heat wave by being not at home. So that's my plan. Tammy and I came to the Stonehouse for a £6 carvery because they had a special offer on. Was it worth £6, Tammy?
It was worth £6. I'd have been annoyed if I'd have paid more than £6.
Yeah, the beef was mostly gristle, yeah, and the roast potatoes felt like they'd been soaked in salt for a very long time. But with a drink, it was a tenner each, and I put £10 in the fruit machine and made £20 profit. So there you go, Tam.
Oh, thanks, mate.
Free dinner.
Free dinner.
Feel better about it now when you know you haven't paid for it. We just popped in Aldi to get Anthony a coffee. Anthony said, would you get me a coffee on the way? Yeah, we'll pop in the shop and get you a coffee. I spent £25.61 on honestly just Ant's coffee, nothing else, obviously. Tammy?
I went in for radishes and spring onions and I spent £21.03.
It's popping in, it's deadly, I tell you. What do I get? I got dog food from Ollie, £2.99, that's fine. I got bin liners, 99p, no, there's nothing wrong there. Anthony's coffee, £1.89, and then I got him a different kind of little, so another £1.99 there. I got some yogurts for £1.09, some coleslaw, £1.59, some ham, £1.69, Pepsi Max, £5.69, a mug shot, 49p, and some reduced lamb kebabs for £1.55 each. So I didn't get anything exciting, but I did manage to spend 25 quid. Hers is a lot more frivolous than mine.
I got the radishes and the spring onions.
Oh yeah, make sure you mention them.
I did get those. And I got some reduced turkey mince. And I got some reduced Spanish meats. They were only 65p. So
oh yeah, I did bargain that, yeah.
I got 3 bottles of vitamin water and £16 on dog toys.
Sorry, louder for the people at the back.
£16 on dog toys.
It's not just me. Molly. Good girl. So I picked up 13 items from the unit. 10 items are in the loft. I need to post out 24 items. One item is missing. The missing item is a pink comforter, which ought to be in Comforters Pink, because that's how the storage works. It is not in Comforters Pink. However, it is also not in Comforters Blue, Comforters White Grey, or Comforters Other, which are the other 3 options for comforters. It is in none of these places. My only possible hope is that it's actually in a bag at home that was waiting to come to the unit, and that it's sold so quickly that it hasn't even made it here. However, I didn't think I had a bag at home that was waiting to come to the unit. So now I'm like, has it fallen down the side? You know, have I listed it, bagged it, tagged it, and then dropped it down the side of the desk or something? Who knows? Pain in the ass. I have got to stop popping. The hair is growing. And by popping, I mean popping into supermarkets. Yesterday I popped into Aldi and that cost me 25 quid. And I just popped into Lidl and that cost me £16. But wait till you see what £10 of it was. They have cat, kids and pet stuff at the moment in Lidl. God, my hair. In the middle aisle, in the dangerous middle of Lidl. £5.99 per item or 2 for £10. Look what I've got. Bowl for Molly. This is the same pattern as the treat jar that I currently have in my bedroom that the gorgeous Sharon sent me. So, dinner bowl for Molly. Look how beautiful that is. And really nice quality dog lead, also for Molly, obviously. You can't see it probably because it's I might have scissors. Hang on. Why do you have scissors in the car? For moments like this, that's why. But also for moments when I have to wrap a gift on the move because I forgot to do it before I left the house and stuff like that. Okay, hang on. We're going in. Look how nice that is. That is beautiful quality. I'm presuming it's faux leather, but who knows? Look, it smells like real leather actually. Padded, mesh lead, really decent quality hardware. That's a good lead. The extra loop there that makes all the difference. So what the extra loop does is you can make it like that. Once this bit's on your dog's collar, you can add that bit on and put them on a very short lead if you need to temporarily, you know, for moments when you need more control. That's a beautiful lead and it's in the same print as the dog bowl. They also had the bumblebee print, but we already have the bumblebee dog bowl because Natalie bought it for Darcy when they had them in Aldi. So fancy them turning up in Lidl's. Just goes to show they're not that different, these two places, are they? They are connected really, I think. So yeah, I spent £10 that I didn't intend to spend this morning, but wow, I'm really pleased with those actually. And I did get my wraps. I actually did get the thing that I went in for a change. Right, having said to myself that I would get up and get on with stuff today, it's now nearly 12 o'clock and I have not actually got my parcels done yet, so let's go home and do that. So I did my parcels and then decided to move my bed around. You know, when you start something, I've said this on a vlog so many times, you start something, you get halfway through and you have so much regret. I've got the bed stripped, I've got some of the stuff moved, that corner is completely impassable. I've done that to Tammy's room, she can't get in. And all this so I can move the bed so I can sleep. And now I need a wee and I can't get downstairs, because I blocked the top of the stairs as well. Sorry, for anyone puzzled by that, we only have a downstairs loo.
Eventually.
I've successfully moved the bed and all the furniture all on my own without any help from any other human in the whole world. Aren't I clever? Or it is possible that another human came home from work and helped me. Thank you very much. She's now perched on a massive pile of my bedding because I haven't taken it away yet. Everybody's just piled up. Oh, getting there. This room is still an absolute shambles, but all of those need to go back in there and stuff needs to be put away, but it's getting there. The bed has been moved, just needs putting back together. I'm on the home stretch. I'm getting clean sheets on the bed. I'm getting things plugged in where they need to be. It is the home stretch. It doesn't feel like it, but it is. We're not going to be long now. I believe in me. Do you believe in me? Tell me you believe in me, people. Oh, not that I can hear you. Right, home stretch. It turns out there is almost no extreme that I won't go to avoid doing eBay listing. That's what today was going to be. It was going to be listing again. Now it'll have to be tomorrow. But now, hopefully, I won't be woken up at 5 o'clock by the sun in my eyeballs. And I'll get a better night's sleep, hopefully. and then I'll be more refreshed, ready to do some listing tomorrow. But I will do listing tomorrow. Okay, you heard me say that. I promise me, not you, because you don't care. I promise me I'll do some listing tomorrow. Right, I've got about 5 things left that need to be rehomed, and then I need to go find some dinner because it's 7 p.m, I think. Well, 10 to 7, yeah. Oh, bugger. Oh, damn it. Hang on. Very quick, simple dinner I just made for me and Ed, which was these we got in Aldi last night, reduced. They're lamb kebab things. The wraps that I went into Lidl for at lunchtime, and a bag of salad. And yeah, took about 10 minutes, and during that time I got the washing in. I'm so done with the day. Look how done with the day I am. I didn't even put my glasses on. Hang on. Do I look any less done with the day now? No. I am done with the day. I am in my bed. I've got my cooling blanket on and my cooling sheet, so hopefully I should get a cool night's sleep. I'm going to watch some YouTube, and I will be asleep very soon, I hope. And fingers crossed I will stay asleep until a decent time in the morning. I've got my blind shut now, but I'm going to pull the blackout curtains across as well for double blackoutness security. No, I'm very tired. I'll see you tomorrow. Bless you. Morning, Ted. Ted, stop. Okay, I am up, I'm dressed, I haven't brushed my hair yet, I am ready for work. My mission today is to get rid of all of this pile of stuff here. So this pile is a bag of parcels to go to the post office, a video that needs recording. Some of this stuff is drafted but not photographed, and some of it is not even drafted. I don't normally get those two piles confused, but I mean, I know what's what, but I don't normally mix them up. But yeah, so today's mission is to get rid of that. But before I can start on today's mission, I have parcels to do. So I've got like 10 mugs to post and a couple of pairs of shoes. So I need to get them done, add those to the parcel collection, and then I can work on today's mission. Right, we have progress. I know it's still there at the moment, but it's about to leave. So this bag is for the loft. That bag there is for the loft. That bag is going to the unit, as is the drinks trolley and the cat mate. The yellow bag is for the... Thanks, Molly. Yellow bag is for charity shop. Ignore dog toys. I have drafted 15 things today and photographed 30, so they're all ready to be scheduled. Natalie and I are going to go to Iceland to buy some drinks and then to take this stuff to the unit to get that out of the way, and that will be my mission achieved. I need to dye my hair tonight. That's on my list. I think I can hear the scrap man coming. But I've got a parcel. You sit there. Parcel came. I ordered these on TikTok shop ages ago, like weeks and weeks. They've taken a long time to come. I have a pair of shoes. Whether they'll be any good for me or not, I don't know. It did say they were wide foot. I have a wide foot. So just a pair of simple blue and pink trainers. I'll find some socks. Oh look, a little foam foot inside. Find some socks in a minute and try those on. And a ceiling fan. I bought on Temu, I think it was, a light with a fan attached for in here, but it, although it's angleable, you have to manually change the angle, and so who can be bothered with that? So it only actually, because it's where it situates, it just fans straight downwards, it doesn't circulate around the room. So this one was on TikTok Shop, and this again fixes to your ceiling light. And because the blades are outside rather than it being inside, I'll show you what I mean with the other one in a minute when I lift the phone up. Hopefully it will work a bit better, and it comes with the adapter and everything. So remote control, adapters, blades. This is probably going to take a bit of, looks like this is a thinking job. Look, there's a piece of wire, I don't know what that does. There is some instructions in the box, so maybe we'll have another look at that when we get back from the shops in a bit. Maybe, because it has a bulb in it as well. Ceiling fan light. So we'll have a look at that in a bit. Okay. Nat, are you nearly ready to go? Yeah. We're nearly ready to go. Natalie and I are out on our first trip out of the house together in weeks. We realised that we haven't gone anywhere together. And that's why, because she trashes the place. We realised we haven't gone anywhere together since before cruise because of working different shifts. So we're going to go to Iceland and buy some Pepsi Max because we are so rock and roll. We've done parcel drop-offs. We're going to go to Iceland, buy Pepsi Max, and we are going to...
Red Bull.
We don't talk about Red Bull, no. And we are going to the unit to drop off the bits. And yeah, I'm out of the house with my daughter for the first time in weeks.
I'm in the house.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, and we've got McDonald's. What have you got? Small chip, halloumi fries to share, and a chicken mayo. And I've got a cheeseburger, no fries, I didn't want fries. I've got a mini McFlurry and a drink. And we're gonna, like I said, we're going to have 2 halloumi fries each. Wow. It's a sticky, muggy one today. I just popped, I know I said no more popping, but I just popped into Boots and got some Sally Hansen hard as nails top coat, because these nails now, after all the messing over the last few weeks, are in a very bad way, and they're very fragile and they hurt. Every time I knock them, they really hurt. So I'm going to stick some hard as nails on, try and give them a fighting chance. I know you're really wonky, but I put you on the charger thing and I've got you plugged in, and there wasn't enough room for the cable, so now you're on a wonk. I'm just waiting for Nat to come out of Tesco, so I thought I might as well slap a coat of this on while I'm waiting. I hope it dries quick, because no doubt she'll come back and I'll be like, I can't drive the car, nails are wet. Not that it matters if it smudges, I'm using it for strength, not beauty. I also popped into B&M and spent 30 quid. However, it was dog food for Molly, toilet cleaner, mug shots. It wasn't really silly impulse buying, you know, it was stuff you need. You may or may not have noticed that I don't do a weekly shop. I literally just buy what we want as and when we need it, and I'm sure it costs me a lot more. Everybody says that, don't they? Everybody says if you want to save money, do a weekly shop, blah blah blah. But I only ever seem to need oddments, and then I buy other stuff, and then I never need anything that isn't oddments. I don't know. It's a massive cobweb on my window. Do you think it's Caroline's cobweb from the other week? If you watched the waffle the other week, Caroline had an enormous cobweb on her window, and now I've got one. Maybe her spider transferred to my car. I must look absolutely demented to anyone. I'm just sitting there like I'm practicing my dance moves. An older gentleman just spoke to us. We came out of Iceland. I had three crates of Pepsi Max in my trolley. 2 for me, 1 for Anthony. An older gentleman went past and he looked in the trolley and he looked me up and down and he went, 40,000 cubes of sugar later. And I said to him, it's sugar free. And he went, well, it's the same thing, isn't it? And only my deep and abiding respect for the older generation stopped me from telling him, A, no, it's not the same thing. B, mind your own business. C, if you're going to be rude, at least be right. But as I said, deep and abiding respect for the older generation, I just smiled and walked away and ranted to you about it. But here's a little tip for getting on in life and making friends. Don't comment on the contents of other people's shopping trolleys. Don't comment on the contents of other people's clothing. You know, don't just don't. If you want to judge, do it in your head. In your head is the best place for judging. We all judge. We all judge all of the time. It's who we are as people. But it's up to you whether you let it out of your mouth or not, isn't it? I really do look odd sitting here doing I don't know how long it takes to dry, and I don't want to tap it in case it's not dry. Oh, it is dry. That dries really quickly. I can probably put another coat on now. Right, I'll see you guys in a bit. It's going to be an utter joy to get this trolley out of my bedroom. It's been there for weeks, months probably. Just didn't get around to photographing it. Drafted, not photographed. I only had 2 things to pick up today. This trip was far more about dropping off stuff and clearing that space in my room than anything else. But look, oh, hang on. Oh, it's the end of an era. A very long time ago now, for several years, I bought a huge lot of cake stand fittings from Steve's store. It was a big bag of gold ones and a big bag of silver ones. And I paid, I think, £1 for the entire lot. There were about 200 in total. And they've been going out steadily ever since, at between £3 and £4, depending on how I felt at the time. Sometimes I increased the price, sometimes I decreased it. And here we are, about 2 years later, I'd say. And that's the last one. So, if there were, I can't remember exactly how many, but even if you say there were 150, at £3 a go, that's 450 quid from that £1. I think there were more than 150, and some of them were sold for more than 20 quid, plus postage, so yeah. Right, excuse the background noise, that's the creamy blasting me up some sorbet because I'm absolutely dying of the heat. I thought I'd show you what my pop into B&M got us. Frutella for Natalie because that's what she wanted. Reason chocolate chews for work. They will last in work all of about 5 seconds because everybody likes those. Mini cheddars for me to have my little pineapple smooth cheese rule on there. These world's second best pegs. You can't get the world's best pegs anymore, they don't make them, or at least if they do make them I can't find them. These are the world's second best pegs. These are the Minky pegs. They were about £3 in B&M. I'll see if I can link them on Amazon for you in case you can't get to a B&M. They are really good pegs. The only reason I need to replace them is because when they fall on the floor, the dogs chew them. And when they fall on the floor, my adults don't pick them up. Some spearmint chews also for work. Mug shots for work lunches. 1 chicken and 2 tomato. Why that combo? Because that was all I could get off the shelf because everything else seemed to be curry flavoured. Some very exotic Harpic Power Aroma 10X Clean and Fresh Jasmine and Cherry Blossom Toilet Cleaner. These looked interesting. They are Nestle Crunch, which I used to really like the Nestle Crunch bars. But it's a 5-pack of wafer snacks. I'm hoping, it says 5 packs, so they'll be individually wrapped, won't they? So that'll be nice for lunches. Are they imported? Yeah, they are imported. Product of Turkey, apparently. Natalie got dog treats. Natalie got bin liners. Natalie got a bin.
I broke one crushing it in the bed.
Crushed her bin in the bed, of course. Natalie got an Asian style chicken flavour ramen noodle soup. I think it sounds spicy. When it says Asian style, I think you're going to find it's got a kick.
Maybe. I thought I'd give it a go because I like the naked chicken noodles.
Yeah.
But they're chicken you have to say. But that thing's like 100 calories.
Yeah. I got this to try. I think it needs to go in the fridge for a bit because it's a bit soft. It is an Australian import Pinky bar. Cadbury's Pinky. Marshmallow and caramel covered in milk chocolate. It sounded nice. It was £1, which is expensive, but nice to try for something different. And there was a tester of this perfume in the shop. It's Scandal Femme Romance. It's obviously the bottle is a dupe of Gautier. Let me show you the bottle. Hang on. Whether the scent is a dupe of Gautier, I don't know because I haven't smelt the Gautier fragrances. But I did a sniff of the tester in the shop. I did a spray on my arms and it was really nice. And it was £4. So you can see that that's a copy of a Gautier bottle. But yeah, the tester was really nice. So thought I would treat myself. I think it is very... I've smelled one of the Gautiers, the one that comes in a tin can. Do they all come in tin cans?
I think so. I think they all have the bust and then the...
Yeah, I think that's very similar to the one I smelled. So it must be a dupe. It probably won't last very long. You find it's an eau de toilette rather than eau de parfum, which means it doesn't last as long anyway. And you find with the dupes, they don't have the staying power because they're not made properly. But it was only £4. 4 squiddly diddlies. That's it. That was my pop. And dog food for Molly, which is over there, a 40-pack of Winalot pouches. My pop cost me £30.
Oh, mine cost me 7. I win.
That's because some of your pop was on my pop.
Only the frutella.
How did I spend 30 quid? How much was Molly's dog food?
12.50.
Pegs £3, win a lot £11.69, mini cheddars £1.35, perfume £3.99, frutella £2, mugshots 50p each, pinky bar £1, Reason toffee £1, Nestle wafers £1.25, the Harpic £1.65, and spearmint chews £1, £29.43p. Wow. Right, I'm going to have some peach sorbet. Peach sorbet. Very good. How many times in the last 3 days have you people heard me say I need to put my hair dye on? Enough times that I would have thought one of you would be able to say to me, by the way, you don't have a hair dye. Just go out in the bathroom to confidently apply said hair dye, and I don't have one. And I've just been to shops, and I'm not going back out to shops, so guess who's not getting their hair dyed tonight? That would be me. Right, I've decided, since I cannot employ myself in usefully doing my hair, I'm going to put my pictures up that are standing there. Only I don't know if I have any of the right picture hanging stuff, so bear with. It's going to have to be these ones. I wanted some of those 3-pinned white ones that just go into any wall, but it's going to have to be these. Let me have a look at the back of my pictures. Okay. Hanging bit here. Hanging bit here. And string on this one. So, that will hook on quite nicely. This will need bending out a bit. So 3 of those fixings ought to do it. These ones, I think those are good enough. Nat, can you remember what the gas man said to you about this carbon monoxide monitor? Right, so I can't move it to the wall where the tank is?
I don't think so, no. It's what the
Okay. There we go. And I only hit my thumb with the hammer twice. Quite pleased with those. Might get some more and put it there. I'd like to move that, but we need to work out where we can move it to. It's the carbon monoxide detector. And apparently it has to be a certain distance away from the boiler, so I'd like to move it over there out the way, but I can't do that. So yeah, I'll have to look that up and make sure I don't move it to anywhere where it won't detect the carbon monoxide, because I don't want to die. Google says between 1 and 3 meters away from the appliance. Tape measure time. There's no reason I shouldn't put it in there behind those ducks. No reason at all. Apart from the fact that I can't get it off the wall. That's a slight reason. If you hear a crash, I've fallen off a stool. I can't get on the stool. Can one of you who's got legs please come and get this down for me? I physically cannot get up on the stool. My legs won't do it. That white thing there, I want to get down. And it should just be on a hook, but you have to be at the right angle to unhook it. Tammy to the rescue. Huzzah! Marvellous. Thank you very much. Oh, it's very dusty. Turns out I don't dust up there. Who knew? Let's face it, everybody knew. Thank you much.
Molly's baby picture. Oh, God, you forget how cute she was.
She's still
cute
very
now.
cute.
But she was adorable as a puppy.
She was adorable. This is how we ended up keeping her. You were only supposed to be a short-term borrow, and here you still are. I wouldn't part with you, my darling. I wouldn't. Teddy, on the other hand.
Right.
Thank you, I appreciate your help. I feel like this time I can get away with just a little tack. There we go. It's still not a thing of ornamental value, but it's a little bit less blatantly out in the middle of the wall than where the chap put it. And it's a nice distance away from the boiler, so it should work. So I shouldn't get asphyxiated with carbon monoxide. Right, I need to tidy up this stuff now. Look! I had to put you on charge for a bit because you were almost flat. And while you were on charge, we fitted the new ceiling fan lamp. I'm going to turn the light off and then you won't be able to see it at all probably. Hang on. There you go, you can see it. Ready for the fan? When I first turn it on, it makes the lampshade spin, but it does calm down. There we go. Which speed is that? That's the slow speed. Medium. Hi. And it's a light bulb as well. See? Hang on, there we go. And the light bulb has different colour tones. I don't know if you can see those changing or not. I don't know if you're getting any benefit for that. And you can dim it and undim it. Is undim a thing? I don't know. But yes, orangier light or bluier light. And dimmer light and darker. There we go. Very pleased with it. I got it on TikTok Shop, but as always, similar are available on Amazon, and I know a lot of you don't have TikTok and don't do TikTok Shop, so I will link it for you on Amazon in the description box. Now I'm going to sit here, do some editing, and try my, what did they say? It's got a pinky bar. Hang on a second. It's a bit melted. It's a lot melted. It's stuck to me. It's a bit limp and sticky. Behave. It's okay, but I feel like all the caramel ran out into the vapor. Anyway, editing time. You are witnessing a sudden change of plan. So I sat there on my bed and I thought, shall I put my nightie on if I'm going to be sitting here editing? Shall I put my nightie on? And then I gave my head a wobble and told myself it's 6:20. If you put your nightie on at 6:20, you might do a little bit of editing, but then what you'll do is you'll turn the telly on and you'll watch telly and then you'll fall asleep at 11 o'clock and you'll have spent 5 hours just rotting in front of the telly and not actually achieving anything. When what you really wanted to do tonight was dye your hair. And then I said to myself, and what you'll also have to do, because your hair is so bloody awful looking right this very second, is you'll have to straighten dirty hair to go to work in the morning, because I was thinking I'd get hair dye tomorrow and do it after work tomorrow. You'd have to straighten dirty hair to go to work, and that's horrible. Straightening dirty hair is really horrible. It smells and it feels manky and disgusting, and you burn your fingers more because of the oil in your hair and all of that stuff. And I'm like, why are you doing this? Just get in the damn car and go and buy a hair dye. So here I am in the damn car. I'm popping up to Tesco at Golden Hill. I'm hoping they've got the one I have. If they haven't, then I'll have to go somewhere else, because by then I'll be out and I'll be doing it, so I'll do it regardless. I don't really want to go to Cribs if I can avoid it. I just can't face driving out to Cribs. I don't know why. It's not actually much difference distance-wise. Just don't want to. So yeah, sudden change of plan. Let's go buy a hair dye. Okay, hair is dyed. I need to dry it and straighten it. I've got a little piece of cheese, packet mini cheddars, and one of these Nestle Crunch wafers from earlier on for my evening meal. So I had a McDonald's double cheeseburger at lunchtime and a mini McFlurry and 2 halloumi fries. Then I had a bowl of peach sorbet. And then this afternoon, Natalie and I did a tasting video and I had various tastes of things, probably amounting to at least 1 whole Madeleine, 1 whole biscuit and half of a few other things. And then this is my evening meal. The Manjaro is working. I don't eat anywhere near the amount I used to. It just isn't coming off as fast enough around the middle as I would like it to. All the middle seems to be hanging on. I was looking at a video of myself earlier on from about 2022 and I was a completely different shape. So all the weight that I piled on throughout 23 and 24 just went on all around the middle and doesn't seem to want to go away again. I guess that's why they call it middle-aged spread. Right, I'm going to eat me crackers and made a bit of cheese. I'm going to put the telly on and then I'm going to dry my hair and then I will not be long before I'm asleep. It's 9:30 already. Good Lord. I did sleep a bit longer this morning. So moving the bed does seem to have helped. I closed the blackout curtains as well and yeah, it does seem to help. Right, I will see you guys tomorrow. Good morning. I think it's Thursday. It is Thursday, so bear with. I am driving through the school run and there are children everywhere. Let me just get out of this school run bit. Okay, I am out of the swarm zone. They swarm twice daily. So I was saying good morning. I have woken up with a banging headache. I've been awake since 10 to 5 with a killer headache, like a I woke up and went no. So I've been sitting in bed with a cold can on the back of my neck, which is a handy tip, by the way, for anyone who suffers with headaches or migraine. A cold can sits very nicely just into the curve of your occipital bone. So if you've got a cold can of drink in your fridge or whatever, stick that in and then rest back on your pillows, and it just basically it numbs the top of your spinal cord slightly and numbs the receptors and enables you to stop crying. And yeah, and it's just started raining as well, so yay for that. I've got sunglasses on despite the fact that it's not very bright because everything feels like it's too bright. And I'm now going to a workplace with strip lighting where I cannot exactly sit all day with my sunglasses on. I have nothing else to say apart from the fact that I've woken up with a banging headache and I'm on my way to work. I will see you guys this evening. Hello, I have finished work and I'm on a Mercy dash. Well, not really a dash. A Mercy pop. Not supposed to be popping anywhere. Natalie rang me while I was at work and said, when you finish work, could you call into the pharmacy? God, the Lord and his wife are across in front of me. Could you call into the pharmacy and see if they've got a burn pack? Anthony has burnt his hand. He's got a rope burn on his hand from a dog lead. Anthony is a dog walker by trade and he walks some very large dogs. And one of the very large dogs was making a bolt for it, and the only way he could control it was by grabbing the rope part of the extendable dog lead, which has travelled through his hand and given him an unpleasant burn. So yeah, I was like, yeah, okay, no problem, I will pop in the pharmacy. They've been to one pharmacy and that place didn't have any burn packs apparently. So I'm going to call in this one and hope that they have. Well, that was a 15-minute wait to no avail. 15 minutes standing in the queue only to be told, no, we don't have anything for burns. Love pharmacies. Fantastic. Wonderful. Well done, you. Looks like I now have to go up to the mall to Boots. We have secured the goods. Emergency burn gel, immediate relief for minor burns and scalds. Low adherent absorbent dressings, £6.61. Boots Advantage card prices are really weird. So it was buy one get one half price on this stuff in the first place, and then 10% Advantage card saving as well. So it worked out £6.61, which is, it should have been £9.20. So that was okay. That was all right. And now, since we're at the mall anyway, it would be rude not to go to Marks and Spencer's, which is back there, and see if they've got these strawberries and cream sandwiches that I've been seeing all over social media. Sadly, there is no strawberries and cream sandwich in stock. This is the problem with things going viral. Those are a bit slow on the pickup, can't get them. I've got a sweet and crunchy salad, some slaw, some roti and some salad potatoes.
And a milkshake.
And Natalie's got a milkshake. I've already paid for that. Semi-successful shopping trip. We got the burn stuff. We did not get a strawberry cream sandwich. Natalie did get a milkshake.
I've got sneeze stuck in my nose.
You see?
It's gone.
Semi-successful. Now I've got to go and walk the dogs. My knee doesn't want to. I used to do this thing with our other dogs where they'd all wait this side of the gate and I'd open it and they'd go dashing through. This dog fits through. So as soon as I take her off, she squeezes through. Go on then, Bella, you ready? So yeah, that dog's too impatient to wait to be let through. She just squeezes through the gap. seem to be somewhat hyper this evening. They are a bit later because of us going up to the mall. They're a bit later for their evening walk. So Ada is here for a visit, and I thought I would film this because we're finding this entertaining. In Ada's mind, she is currently sitting on the couch. She backs her bum up and just kind of like, she thinks she's sat down, and we've said to her several times, Ada, you're not sitting down. She's like, I am, look, I'm sitting on the couch. Ada, you're not sitting down. See, now I've stood up. No change whatsoever.
Yes.
So Bella's playing with Ada. Teddy's desperately trying to join in, they're just ignoring him. They're like, they won't play with me. And meantime, the loud wrestling's going on over here. Ted, you're not scary. You're just a pom-pom. Can you hold out your injured hand, Anthony? There we go. Look, he's all bandaged up because somebody will ask if you're okay.
Stop.
He's a bit less not okay than he was yesterday. So it's stiffening up. It's feeling a bit seized and uncomfortable, but it's a bit better than yesterday. Yeah.
Oh, it burns like shit as well.
Burns like shit as well.
Sorry.
Right, it is 11:15. I've just recorded a video. And I was just like, oh, I could record another one. Then I looked at the clock and thought, I'm meant to be at Mum's by 12, so I absolutely can't record another one. I need to go, so let's do that. No dogs are coming with today because of Mum having the optician's appointment. We need to go for lunch somewhere near that, somewhere I can't take dogs to, so no dogs are coming with today. They're all staying home. But yeah, let's... My headache is just about gone, and when it goes, it leaves this massive wave of tiredness behind. I could go to sleep now quite happily. I'd just donk out. I probably need a bit of sugar of some kind. Probably need it, yeah, something. I've got a spearmint chew here. Little sugar boost. Right, okay, let's go to Mum's. I'm with my mother. We're going for lunch. Mum, you're having your bins checked, aren't you? She's having her eyes done.
Yeah.
And we're for a lunch in the Mediterranean. We've been here before. I'm sure I've shown you guys this place before. It's got absolutely gorgeous painting all around. And again, I know I've shown you before. You were telling me that you've got a friend who said that she made 2 cups of tea out of 1 tea bag because she only likes it weak anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically you put the tea bag in, pour the water in, take the tea bag out and put it in another cup and use it, yeah.
Now my mother, I would say you're quite frugal-minded.
Yeah.
But not quite that frugal, no?
Oh.
Horrified by the idea of a double dunk tea bag.
And people who try them out.
Yeah, I was saying that there was a woman on one of these frugal programs, like, what do they call it, like Super Savers or something like that, and she had a little string up by her kettle and she was pegging her little tea bags up on this little string and drying them out to use again. Yeah. Surely they get mouldy, wouldn't they, inside?
Perhaps if there's enough air going round and they don't.
Maybe.
Mine get mouldy if they're left in.
Yeah, if you put them in a saucer and leave them before chucking away, they get mouldy.
Yeah, but perhaps if you peg them up with air all the way round.
Well, maybe you should do a series of experiments about the best way to double or triple dip your tea bags, eh? Let me know in the comments, because we're intrigued now. Let me know in the comment section, do you reuse your tea bags? Do you feel you're a particularly frugal person? If you are there other little frugal tips that you do that other people might raise an eyebrow about? Let us know.
Might benefit from.
Or might benefit from, yeah. Let us know in the comments. I've got chicken souvlaki skewers with rice, and Mum's got salmon with new potatoes. That looks lovely. Those potatoes look really good. Mine looks good too, but I wish I had the potatoes now. Restaurant cat, look. Hello. There is 2 dogs outside who are not impressed with the restaurant cat at all. Yeah, they're shouting at you, aren't they? I know. Shouting at you. No business yelling at you in your own restaurant, have they? Are you gone? You're still there. good catkin. Yes, good catkin. In case you're watching, Susan Bad Wolf dogs are still better. These are images of my mother trying on various spectacles in an attempt to choose new frames. Some of them I think make her look a bit puzzled, some of them are too big for her face. I've never seen a woman look so serious about the idea of choosing new specs. Definitely not those. I think those might be the ones she went with in the end. The Grommet Trail is back. We knew it was coming. Tammy and I are actually going to come out and do the trail, so I'm kind of like not counting this one now because we'll come back and do it together at some point. We've done 2 trails so far. This will be our 3rd one. We've come in for a cold drink after the opticians, and there's this picture on the wall. Now, I don't know the history of this picture. Plainly, this is a group of quite important men having their photograph taken at some kind of quite important meeting. But what strikes me is it almost looks like a convention of Hitler impersonators. They've all got some degree of the right glasses, the right haircut, or the right moustache. But they look like they've shared out the accoutrements between them and nobody's ended up with a full set. I am home from Mum's. It is still very hot. Home from Mum's, and I'm going to cook a bolognese. I got some reduced mince while we're in Sainsbury's. I got a bag of chopped onions, which is completely defrosted on the way home. I got a bag of, that's so soggy, bag of Mediterranean veg. They're completely defrosted, so they're going in. The good thing about them having defrosted is they've kept the mince nice and cold in the car, so that's a win. The bag is so wet. Look how wet the inside of the bag is. The stock cubes have got a bit soggy. So that can go in the wash, I think, because that's a combination of, melted veg juices. That can go in the wash. Right, I'm going to make a quick bolognese. It is very much a cheat bolognese because I've got a jar of sauce. Everything is pre-cut. And Italian people are probably screaming at the screen now, that is not the bolognese. That is not the bolognese Mama used to make. And now those same people are screaming at the screen, that is not an Italian accent. That is not the accent my mama used to have. Because I'm picking awful accents. I've got to stop trying. Could you stop me trying to do accents, do you think, in some way? Maybe I should pay a fine every time I do an awful accent. But yeah, all of my veg is pre-cut. Everything is, it's very much a cheaty meal. But I'm hoping to get quite a large quantity and freeze it down for lunches and things. I'll be back in a bit when it's looking a bit more cooked. Would you like a life hack? Life hack is do not keep your pans above your cooker and lean over your cooker wearing drapey clothes. I could have set myself on fire. I scorched myself, but I could have set myself on fire. It's the first time I've worn this top as well. It was only a charity shop item, but even so, look. Scorched me hemline. The moral of the story is don't lean over the cooker, dead. Would you like to know another little life tip that has improved my life immeasurably and may help you in yours? Here you go. I no longer pair other people's socks. If I take other people's socks off the line now, they just go into the basket like that. Other people can choose whether or not they pair them. They can wear them odd if they want, or if they want to wear a pair, they can search through their pile of socks and find 2 that match. The reason this has improved my life is because the odd socks used to annoy me. I would find the odd sock and then I'd put it on one side thinking sooner or later the other one would turn up, and it wouldn't turn up, and eventually I'd end up with a pile of odd socks that was the size of Everest. And then I would have a furious frenzy and throw them all in the bin, and then all the other odd socks would turn up and I'd have another furious frenzy because now I had a pile of odd socks and I didn't know whether the ones that I had wanted had gone in the bin or whatever. Anyway, it was a huge thing. I don't know why socks were a thing, but they were. So now I don't pair other people's socks. They all go in their basket and they can pair themselves. So I pair my own, and if one of mine is missing, I immediately bin that sock. The one that I've got, I bin it straight away because I'm like, sod it, I'll buy new socks. I didn't feel like I could immediately bin other people's socks because they weren't my socks, they weren't my property. I felt like I had a duty to the sock owner to at least try to find the matching one. I don't feel that way about my own. So there you go, you can adopt, if you wish, my I don't pair other people's socks policy and see if it changes your life. It's one of the minor things, isn't it, really? But it's funny how the minor things really get to you. On that note, I'm going to finish getting Natalie's washing in because Natalie's at work and it's looking very threatening. And I'm not going to pair her socks. I said I'd come back when it looked a bit more bolognese. It looks a lot more bolognese now. Okay, so Teddy has this thing where he goes to the biscuit bowl and he gets out one of the meaty chunks, which he really likes, and he runs in here and he sits on the sofa to eat it. And he just did that very thing. He ran in here and sat on the sofa, and then he let go of it, and it rolled off straight into the waiting jaws of Molly. And his little face is bemused. Ted, go and get another one, love. That one's gone. He's hurt. Oh, I know it went on the floor. That's it. Go and get another one. Good boy. That was your moment, wasn't it, Moo? He is fetching another one. I can hear him rummaging in the bowl.
Right, don't let go of that one.
He's got another one. What happens now?
Walk away from Molly with it.
Come out the way, Moo. Come out the way. See, this is what he does. He jumps up here, and then he puts it down, and then he tucks in and enjoys it. But what happened was he put it down and it rolled off the sofa. And that was it. It was game over. And he's watching her really closely now, even while he's eating that one. He's got his eye on Molly the whole time. He's not, you can see he's not quite sure how she achieved it. He's like, how did you get my biscuit? I brought it in here. I jumped up here. This is how it always goes. I jump up here. I eat my biscuit. And then I don't know what went wrong.
Oh, mate.
Good boy. Is that one nice? But yeah, it's all right. Good. The first one was better, but yeah, she had it. I came home. Tommy said a parcel came for you, and I put it on your bed. And I came up, and it was a big box. And I thought, not expecting a big box. It's a lovely box of things to sell on eBay. It has this lovely card in there. Inside the card, it does of course say who sent it, but it also says, please don't mention this on YouTube as I'm shy. So I suppose I'm breaking the rules because I am mentioning it on YouTube, but I'm not going to say your name, but you know who you are. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, and it certainly will not go to waste. Thank you. You know who you are. I want to go to bed, but I'm going to make myself put that basket of laundry away first. Good morning. It's not a good morning. It's a drizzly grey morning. It is Saturday. It is Saturday. Good morning on Saturday. And as you can see, I am working today. So just thought I'd check in, say good morning. I'm on my way to work. I got leftover spaghetti. Why can't I say spaghetti this morning? I could say it yesterday. Leftover spaghetti bolognese for my lunch. I say leftover, but I made so much of it, it'd be leftover for months. So I've got extra spaghetti bolognese for lunch. When I get home, I need to portion up the rest of it and put it in the freezer. Yeah, spaghetti bolognese for lunch. I anticipate a slow day at work today due to the weather. People tend not to want to come out in the drizzle, which, yeah, we tend to have quieter days when it's wet. It's that good old junction again. Yeah, so I will see you guys this evening. Hello, I am home from work. Hi Teddy, I wasn't saying hello to you, but hello. Hi Teddy. Hi Molly. Hi Nod. Right. I'm home from work and a large parcel has arrived, and I know what it is because I've already seen the contents of it. Hang on, I need skizzers. Where is a skiz? You may be thinking, how on earth have you already seen the contents of your parcel if you're only just skizzering it open? And the answer is, I bought a large bag of clothes from Laney while I was up north. Couldn't bring them back myself because we were hand luggage only on the flight. And so the lovely Susan Badwolf, God, this is well packed, Susan, said that she had her car. She would drive them back down to her place, which is North Wales, I think, and then she would post them on to me from there, which is what she has done. I nearly chopped your nose off then. Some people shouldn't put their noses into parcels, should they, Edward? Bless her, she's even sent me the IKEA bag that I got from Laney, and you could have kept the IKEA bag, Susan. You'd have been in profit to the tune of one bag. But then Susan resells postcards, so I guess she doesn't often need an IKEA bag to go shopping with. So, ta-da! Large bag of plus size clothes from Laney to resell, or possibly to try for myself, some of them. So let me show you what I've got. I've got this very lovely, it's all, I believe, a size 32 or larger, I believe, but if I'm wrong, I'll tell you. This has no size label in it, but very pretty pink. This is kind of a chiffon top layer, cotton underlayer. Stop licking my clothes, Ted, you weirdo. He's odd. He's an odd dog. There we go. I would say, looking at that, actually, that might be a 28 maybe. I'll have to try it on to be sure. A flowery daisy print wrap top. A very nice scarf with seagulls on it. This is a size 38 to 40, so this is nicely plus size. So, short sleeve bow back top, red pink floral. Brand new in its packet. This one I'm hoping to try on for myself because it was super soft. It's Capsule, which is a catalogue brand. It's a V-neck and V-back top, and I really like that one, super soft. Not the weather for it right now, however. It is sweltering today. Another Yours top, I would say that's another very plus size. 38 to 40, so we are talking plus, which is going to be great for reselling because plus clothing is very niche and very expensive. People who wear super plus size clothing will happily tell you how bloody expensive it is. That's a JD Williams top. Again, this is a 38 to 40, brand new with its tags. There we go. Top with a ruched back. Lainey admitted to me that she has, that's Teddy sneezing, she has a problem that lots of us have, which is it orders stuff and then doesn't get around to sending it back. That's the same as the hot pink one we started with, but in white. I wonder if this has got a size in it, because if it was the same size that'd be helpful, won't it? No, this one has a label out as well. JD Williams cotton shirt. That was another super soft one, which I was kind of like hopeful for the winter. Although that might be a little bit too big for me now. But then I could gain a load of weight by the winter. That'd be great, wouldn't it? It's an Evans size 30 to 32, brand new with its tags. Soft hooded jumper. A cerise pink sweatshirt from ASOS Design. That's a nice big size again. I didn't even know ASOS went up this big, so this is useful to know. That's a 4X apparently. Another Capsule black top. Same but in nude. That's a 32-34 long sleeve jersey top. Yours clothing brand new with its tags, size 38 to 40. Skirt. That's lovely. It's a very nice skirt. I'm getting down to the end of it. Capsule again. Shocking pink t-shirt. I like that. I love that colour. I might try that on because I really like that colour. Burgundy. Yours clothing this time. 3/4 sleeve t-shirt on that one. That's 2 3/4 length cotton trousers. These are a pretty little thing. UK 26. If they fit me, I will be straight in them because they look very nice and lightweight for this weather. And JD Williams 32 jersey, 3/4 sleeve tee. How fab is that? Thank you so much to the wonderful Susan for going to the bother of packing that up and posting it down to me. I really appreciate you doing that. And thank you to Lainey for selling it to me in the first place. Right, I have to go and find a cold drink. Every morning on a work day, I leave for work and I say to myself, when I get home tonight, I'm going to do X, Y and Z. And every night I get home and go, I don't want to do any of the X, Y, Zs or even any of the ABCs. I don't want to do any things. I just want to sprawl out and do nothing. I must get better at my time management. It's too hot. It's too hot to think about doing anything at all. Anything. Gonna go and get a cold drink and chill for a bit. Natalie's on her way home from Dawlish. She went down to take her paternal grandmother down to Dawlish for their holiday, and then she'll be back in a bit. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit. There we go, that bolognese I made yesterday has made dinner last night for me and Tammy, lunch today for me and Tammy, and I think there were 7 portions that I put in there. Hang on. Yes, 7 portions in there for the freezer. Nice. Just sitting outside farm freezer waiting for Nat. She's getting a few bits. And I just want to say, completely apropos of nothing, that I have cried like a baby about Lewis Capaldi's return to Glastonbury. Cried like a baby about it. I am just... Literally 2 days ago, Natalie and I were driving around going, I hope Lewis Capaldi's alright, you know, because after Glastonbury, when he wasn't able to complete his set, and then he decided he was going to take some time out and step back from the music, and I hope he's alright, you know. And then I said to Nat, you know, he probably made enough money that financially it'll be okay, even if he decides never to make music again, but I hope he's okay in himself. And bang, 2 days later, Lewis Capaldi back at Glasgow, doing his thing, massively supported by the crowd. So much love in the crowd for Lewis, and I think in the whole UK, I think we all love you, Lewis Cardy, because he's so bloody real. So yeah, I've cried like a baby. I could cry now quite easily. Cried like a baby, with just sheer like pleasure. You cry with pleasure, just sheer joy at seeing him back. So that was nice. Natalie's paying for her shopping now. Yeah, pet food just been scanned and put back in the trolley. Some sort of drinky poos. Don't know why I'm doing this. Why am I filming him paying for a shopping? This parcel came earlier and I didn't open it because I know what it is. It's a birthday present from Natalie, but she says I can open it. So, in we go. Hang on, bear with. I would like to thank whoever it was who said on last week's waffle, have you seen the gonk bedding in Matalan? I had not, but I have now. And Natalie has treated me to gonk bedding, summer gonk bedding, for my birthday, which is coming up soon. 26 days to my birthday, 26 days to my birthday. So I've had my present earlier. Just realised this was holding a pineapple, but it is at least the right way up.
Proof bedding!
So yeah, thank you very much. No, I appreciate it. Should I put it on, do you think?
Probably looks like
Rude. I've only changed my bed 2 days ago. I won't put it on just yet.
leave it a couple of days.
I've just been back and looked, and it was Annette Wilkinson, so thank you for the heads up, Annette. Good morning on Sunday. It is 8 a.m. I should be up and dressed for the car boot. I'm about to get up and dressed for the car boot. Anthony's coming and I haven't heard him moving around yet, so not in a rush today because I don't have anything to do afterwards particularly. At 3:30 this morning I fell out of bed. So that was unexpected. Obviously it was unexpected. If it was expected, you wouldn't do it, would it? But yeah, I've never fallen out of bed in my life as far as I'm aware. I'm not sure what happened. I rolled over and then I was on the floor. And you might think, oh, it's because you've moved your bed and you used to have the wall that side, which would make perfect sense if I'd fallen out of that side. But I fell out of this side, which is the side I've always slept on and has always been the open to the room side. So yeah, the falling out of bed wasn't the worst part. I didn't hurt myself particularly. I banged my arm on the bedside table on chest of drawers here, but I didn't hurt myself particularly. The worst part of falling out of bed was that when I tried to get up, my knee locked in a cramp. So Natalie found me wailing on the floor at 3:30 this morning trying to get back into bed. Bless her. Yeah, so that was fun. That was fun. So that goes some way to explaining why I look like this morning. Right, in the car. I really need to cut my fringe. That might be a job for later today. Got Ant with me with his burnt hand, which is much better.
Oh.
Much better. We've reduced the dressing down now from a full mitten just to a pad. We've got this one because she likes to come to the boot sale, don't you, darling? See all your friends. And I'm not buying very much today. I'm not. Hello. I got ice lolly. It is 10 o'clock. Temperature is rising. We're just finished at the boot sale. We're going to take Bella for some bacon. State of me today. My boot is done. Bella's had her bacon. I'm at the storage unit to pick up the stuff that needs parcelling today. And above all, my main focus for today when I get home is listing. I must do listing. And then at some point I must do something about my hair. Oh, there we go. Good one. Right, I must go home and list. Hello. I have drafted about 40 items. They still need photographing. I have unpacked my car boot stuff and done my haul video. I have yet to do my parcels, but I'm sitting on my bed, giving my bum a rest from the office chair. Even the new hexagon paddy thing, if anything, I think it might be less comfortable than the old one was. But yeah, I have achieved. I am very tired, very tired. I don't think falling out of bed at 3:30 in the morning helped me feel like I had a good night's sleep. So Molly and I are going to sit here. I'm going to put the telly on for an hour, and then I'm going to get up and achieve something else. Molly's laughing at me. Well, we've got a bag of parcels for tomorrow. We've got 2 bags here and here, the blue and the green for the loft. That's another charity bag we're working on. That's stuff that needs unpacking still. We've got a pile of stuff waiting to be photographed, and I've run out of steam, and we've got still quite a lot to be listed. When I say I've run out of steam, I mean apart from the steam that is rising from my hot and horrible person now, I've reached the point where I'm walking around in my bra because any layer of clothing is too much. It's time to say goodbye to this week's waffle. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you're coping with the mini heat wave better than I am. And I'll see you next week. Take care. Bye for now.